Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It's time for our weekly recap of Sistas. This is season 2, episode 19, and it was titled Severing All Ties. All right, before I jump into this recap review, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell. And if you end up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button along with the share button. All right, y'all, let's jump into this hot mess of a show. Okay, let's jump into it. Let me just ask the question. Who do y'all think was in Calvin's room? Do you think it was Calvin, or do you think Calvin invited like a friend over to be in his room? That don't even make sense, but this Tyler Perry, so we gonna go with that. Somebody said it in the comments last week, and it makes sense because this is Tyler Perry. But in real life, hell no. You was not fitting to have somebody up in my room getting their back blown out and bye. Anyway, let's jump into the show, y'all. But y'all let me know who y'all think was in that room, because we're going to get to it at the end. But who do y'all think was in the room? Anyway, Chocolate Man, because it picks up where he left off last week. Because Chocolate Man, he come out the room, girl, he butt naked, nigga. Okay, dang-a-lang just swanging out there, all in Maurice's face. Maurice sweating. He like, oh, child. Oh, Lordy. And he like, well, you out here naked. He was like, oh, you want me to put some clothes on? No, you don't mind staying naked, you know? So he like, yeah, you know, I'm fine or whatever. He flirting with Maurice, telling Maurice he like his laugh. Of course, Maurice like, you know, he laughing, ain't nothing funny. He like, well, what's in the fridge? First of all, did you wash your hands? You about to go all in my refrigerator with dang-a-lang all on your hands and on your... Wash your hands first. But he like, well, you know, go over there and check. Child, they show his tight butt. I said, Lord help us, Jesus. I said, oh, go Maurice a towel. Because he about to flood the damn living room. Anyway, he ends up saying he high on meth or whatever. So the guy was on crystal meth. I want to know, because last week, the butt licker, he said that he saw Calvin and this chocolate guy doing crystal meth or whatever. So do he know who Calvin is? Do Calvin got a twin, or like is somebody using his identity? Because Calvin's urine came back clean. So who was doing crystal meth with the chocolate guy? So whoever doing crystal meth with the chocolate guy is banging that's who was in Calvin's room or whatever like that. But who is it? Because as far as we know, Calvin the only child, right? And you know, child, I don't know. This Tyler be doing too much. Chocolate Man say his name Q, but I'm gonna call him Chocolate Man. And he a stripper, and he finna go in there for round 4, you know, child. He was stretching and squatting. I said, Lord help him. And then we just gonna fast forward to the morning time with Chocolate Man, because Maurice, he up, child. Did he even change his clothes? I don't know, child. But he said he ain't getting no sleep because they was going round 4, round 5, round 6, round 7. They was just like bang, 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 like all the night. So Maurice said, you know, I ain't getting no sleep. Y'all ain't even invite a thick sister to come up in there or nothing like that. At least get me watch. I had some popcorn ready and stuff, and I had beverages. You know, I could have wet y'all down, dried y'all down, jumped in. He was like, you know, what about me? And so the guy was like, well, I tried to ask him, but he was a little embarrassed about it or whatever. So he was like, all right, well, he's a trifling sister, something he said. And then Chocolate Man again with his little dirty hands try to touch on Maurice, and Maurice was like, don't touch me with your dirty hands, you old gutter snipe. He was like, oh, okay. And so he was like, well, Calvin in there, he knocked out. And he might be a little sore or whatever. But, you know, we might go back at it again tonight or whatever. And Chocolate Man ain't even know Calvin's name. He was like, oh, that's, because Maurice was like, Calvin? He was like, oh, that's his name? I said, what in the world? So, he was like, all right, well, something about he ain't got no job. He still live with his mama. Because Maurice was like, well, he going to your house tonight? He was like, no, you're not living with my mama. We can't do that at my mom's house. And so he was like, but you said you was a stripper. He said, yeah, well, I'm in between jobs. I said, he ain't got no job. He ain't got no job. And so Maurice was like, all right, you broke, you living with your mama, you can go on and get. I ain't even attracted to you no more. So then he go on and leave. Maurice ended up banging on Calvin's door and saying that they gonna have a long conversation when he get home from work. And then he ended up leaving or whatever. So let's go rewind back. So we see Karen and Aaron, then her bed or whatever like that, and I don't know what time it was in the morning time, but she can't sleep because Aaron looking all good, laying beside her and stuff like that, and she getting all hot and bothered. She ain't had none since Zac left for 5 weeks ago. So she like, "Ooh, child, he looking good." So she tried to cover Aaron's chest up, and he like, "Girl, what you doing? It's hot." And she was like, "Oh, okay, I was just covering you up or whatever. I'm feeling a little hot and bothered." He was like, "Well, I can go home." She was like, "No, you can stay." He was like, "Oh, okay, well, you let me go to the couch." I mean, yeah, you can go to the couch, they ain't gonna solve nothing. So he was like, "Well, I'm gonna go lay down on the couch." She was like, "All right, if you don't mind, go on, run." So then he get up, he go on the couch. Child, she get her phone and call Bree. Again, what time was it? She called Bree. She called Bree up talking about something. We need to meet at my shop tomorrow. You think you can come through? Bree like, yeah, I can come through, but you okay? Everything okay? She was like, yeah, everything okay, but I just want to know if you can come through. Girl, you could have sent me a text message. I could have read that when I woke up. Okay, like, get out of here. So she hangs up the phone. Aaron come in because he said he had to go pee. I guess she ain't got no bathroom in the hallway. So he come in there and she like, he like, well, you sure that's okay for y'all to talk about Andi, what's going on? She was like, well, Andi won't talk to me. She won't listen to me and nothing like that. So maybe she'll listen to the girls. So yeah, it's okay. He was like, all right, well, your chicks or whatever like that. So it's all right. She was like, well, why you in here anyway? He was like, why you not here to go to the bathroom? He was like, oh, she was like, oh, okay, well, go pee. Cause you standing there looking all good. And then you looking at me like, and he was like, how I'm looking at you. She was like, just go in the bathroom. Just go. Run like a cheetah. I was cracking up. I said, she about to take this man down. Oh, God. Anyway, we see Andi, child. She get a knock at the door. It's the bellman. What was the bellman name? I don't know. I don't care. He got some more roses. So, Gary got an account at the flower shop, and he done sent some more roses, child. So, the bellhop like, oh, well, I should just left these downstairs. She was like, you should have. He was like, well, let me just say, like, if you don't want this man sending you no flowers or nothing like that, then why you got this man still on the list that he can come up here and he can bring you stuff? She was like, you in my business, don't do that. And he was like, you know what? I'm sorry. I ain't mean to be in your business. I'm going to just take these downstairs. She was like, good, do that. She slammed the door. She was like, you need to mind this business. So she mad. So then she went over to her phone. But then she realized, damn, I can't even call my girls because they think I'm crazy for being with Gary. So she was like, damn, I want my own with this. So child, she go to put the ring on. Child, she put the ring on. She like, oh yeah, oh hi, oh can I get the menu? Like she doing all that and stuff like that, doing different poses and stuff. So then she go to take the ring off. Child, the ring don't come off. I was like, well, was it that tight when you put it on, girl? Because if it was that tight before you got it over your knuckle, you shouldn't have put that sucker on. So she like, I can't get this. Are you serious? So then she go get some butter. So she lubing it up. She can't get the ring off. She go in the bathroom, get some oil or something. She put the ring, do the little oil on the ring. The ring don't come off. So then she calls. She see the number on the back of the box. She like, oh, Forever Ring. So then she called up the thing. The man like, hello, this is Forever Ring. And she like, yeah, I put this ring on and I can't get it off or whatever. He was like, oh, well, that's our special kind. It's the Forever Ring or whatever. Do you have the key? The key? Who uses a key on the ring? This is a ring. So I'm talking about like a ring, not a key ring. I'm talking about a ring that go on my finger. He was like, oh, yeah, man. The groom ring has the key. Yeah. And she was like, well, what? Like, what kind of bullshit is this? He was like, well, it's our special ring. It tightens up after it goes over the knuckle. And it just tightens up just a little bit. So you can't get it over past the knuckle because it's a Forever Ring. Like, you want to take it off, ma'am? Why do you want to take it off? Like, again, you in my business. Don't do that. I just want to get this ring off. Well, you need the key, ma'am. All right. This some bullshit. All right, bye. So then she hang up on the man. She mad. Like, what kind of shit? And I'm thinking to myself, who puts a Forever Ring on? on my finger forever. Like, what if your fingers get swollen? Like, do the ring expand? Because, you know, like in the summertime, your fingers can swell up and stuff. Like, do the ring expand? Would it feel like your finger getting expanded or something like that? Or you got to cut your whole damn child by? That's too much. Anyway, we see Zac, child. He put in that work. He like, bam, bam. Fatima like, oh, she ain't got no bonnet on or nothing like that. Her toes all curled up and stuff. And, you know, they was doing the do. Child, now they talking about the sex faces and stuff, talking about he a good fit. I said, oh my. They clowning each other's sex faces or whatever. And then, what she say? He was saying, like, she was saying, like, you good and stuff. And of course, you know, his self-esteem ain't where it needs to be or whatever. So he like, you serious about that? She was like, yeah, you need to take what people say and tell you the truth or whatever. You need to, like, ride with them or whatever. He was like, all right, you right. Because you was with me through that whole drug shit. You was with me with that. Because, you know, my ex, she'd have been like, Zac. She was like, this is a no ex zone. Okay, who talks about that ex while they just finished? Like you in the glow. Like, why are you so, boy? So she like, we don't do that over here. He was like, all right, you right. And so, somehow, Fatima was like, she a fool for not seeing the potential or seeing you or something like that. And I was like, Fatima, this fool done cheated on her over and over again. He ain't had no job. He ain't had no money. She got him the job at the airport. Like, you meeting Zac where he is trying to accomplish something, is trying to be about something. She met him when he ain't have shit. And he still wasn't trying to get shit. And then he went to jail and then was cheating and all this other shit. So you can't say what she missed out on. Like, girl, bye. So anyway, because you don't know that Zac that she dealt with. You dealing with a whole nother Zac. But, what was I saying, child? Oh, so he was saying, like, is we getting serious or whatever? And she was like, like, slow down, player. Ain't nobody say all that. But, I mean, I haven't felt like this way that I felt with somebody else in a long time or whatever. He was like, well, how many people have you felt like this for? I said, here he go again. Like, boy, shut up. Like, you the only man on this planet. Like, So then she was like, don't worry about that. And I'm honestly not going to tell you about that. So let me get in the shower because I got to get ready for work. So he like, well, let me get in the shower with you, girl. She was like, no, because you not fitting no best up this synthetic wig. Now, I done told you, okay? He was like, look, you going to be all right. You going to be all right. I'm going to get on your side. I'm going to be on my side. You going to be on your side or whatever. So she was like, all right. She put on this little see-through robe. And I was thinking to myself, I guess they did that on the set because he just saw you naked. So what's the point of you putting on the robe? Why you just ain't waddle that big ass over there to that bathroom, girl? But, I mean, because the robe, we still saw her ass cheeks. And I was like, them some big cheeks. But I mean, like, wow, did she put the... But whatever, y'all. Anyway, so they got to the shower. They was showering and shit. So then at Karen's shop. So it's early, ain't nobody there, not even Pam, child. But Pam looked like she the type that come in late anyway, but that was shady. Anyway, so Danny and Bree, they pop up at the shop because, you know, Karen told them to meet them there or meet her there or whatever like that. And then Karen just basically says what happened. Like, she like, look, this ain't my business to tell, but I'm going to run it anyway. Andi seeing Gary again. So, of course, Bree like, oh my God, what? And she was like, yeah. And then he asked her to marry him. Like, you sure? How you know? Girl, I saw the ring. I saw him there. Like, I walked in. The ring was on the table. He was looking all ashy and stupid in the face. And then he gonna leave out. Andi was grinning and shit. Like, I seen it all. She was like, oh my God, what is we gonna do? Remember what happened in college? She was like, yes, I remember. So the whole time it's just Bree and Karen talking. Danny's standing there looking like, y'all shocked? Like, she like, I tried to tell y'all. So then Karen, because Bree was like, well, she need an intervention. She need this, she need that. And so Karen was like, Danny, why you so quiet? She was like, look, I tried to have this conversation at the bank, but y'all told me to be quiet, so I'm going to be quiet. And I said, good, because they do keep telling you to shut up, even though you be speaking them facts. So then they was like, all right, well, go ahead. Tell us what you want to say. She was like, we all been a fool for a man. Every now and again or whatever like that. And so Karen was like, well, I'm grown. We don't do that now. She was like, but aren't we just grown, just dealing with little boys that feel like they men or whatever like that? And so they started listening to her. And she was like, she basically, Andi basically gonna have to figure this out on her own. And so Karen was like, you right. She right or whatever like that. But Bree, she still want to have her intervention and all this other stuff. And so Danny was like, look, If y'all really need me to be there, then I will be there. However, she not going to listen to us. And I'm just going to be standing there while y'all talk to a brick wall. But if you really need me to be there, I'm going to arrive. So they was like, all right, whatever. So they going to go there afterward. They going to do a pop-up on her. Y'all already know how this going to go. Andi ain't going to be listening to nothing them people going to say. And Danny going to turn out to be right. We see Zac talking to Danny at the job. He going off on her. So my son, I was locked up. Your girl had me locked up for credit card fraud and stuff like that. You need to let her know I ain't do that shit. She was like, look, I already told her that you didn't do it. But you need to drill that through her head that I didn't do it. I'm on this new stuff. And she was like, well, first of all, how you get out of jail? He was like, I got bailed out. Don't worry about that. But I'm focused on this new thing. I done moved on. I got this new girl. I done moved on. She want to be with corny dude. She can be with corny dude. I done moved on. So, like, tell her that she need to stop trying to put this on me. I didn't do this or whatever. So, he like, look. And so, Danny was like, well, why don't you just tell her yourself? And so, he was like, I'm not talking to her. You tell her I didn't do it. So, she like, look, all right, I heard what you saying, but you need to tell her. He was like, just tell her what I said. And so he go on about his business. Child, at the bank. Jacoby doing the most. I'm so over Jacoby. Hey, what's up, bitch? I'm like, no. What is you doing? Like, why? Just why? Because Maurice came in, Jacoby doing the most or whatever like that, talking about something Bree told him that Maurice says, bitch, like, bitch. Well, I'm just trying to be like you and, you know, make you feel comfortable and stuff because she told me what was going on and that's how you like to communicate and stuff. So I'm like, what's up, bitch? I'm like, oh my God, if he don't stop, Maurice like, you stop. Just don't. Like ever again. But he want to keep doing it. So then they had like this whole conversation about bitch and stuff like that. And then Bree come in and they barely make eye contact, her and Jacoby. And you know, they just say hello and he kind of walks away. So Maurice like, what happened with you and him last night? Y'all did it or whatever. So she was like, no, we didn't or whatever. We did not. We just went to happy hour and then, you know, that was it. He was like, so he ain't had no tiramisu. He ain't had no bundt cake. He ain't had no nothing. And she like, no, he ain't had none of that. Cause you know, like, I'm still on Calvin. So she was like, well, he was like, well, you don't need to worry about all that. And she was like, what you mean? He was like, don't worry about all that. So what had happened? She was like, well, you know, he actually scared me. He was like, what happened, girl? What he do? It is big. He was like, what kind of big? Like, he got a boa constrictor in his dang pants. Okay, child, it is inhumane. Like, what? Ain't going up in me? That's what she said. And so he was like, what? And she was like, then he tatted it up. And he was like, what, is a tattoo down there? She was like, yes, a smiley face. It had winked at me. I said, Jesus. And then I was like, well, how she see that? Because they ain't show us her seeing that. So, what's going on, Bree? What's going on? I know you ain't see that through the pants. And please don't tell me this man had whipped it out. Child, bye. But it looked like Jacoby would do some stupid shit like that because he's so immature. But, anyway, Maurice was like, oh, bitch, I hate you. Why he gotta be straight? First. So they had that little conversation. And so then Maurice, because you know he can't hold water, he ends up saying, like, you need to get over Calvin because this chocolate guy came out his room. Oh, no, he was like, because he's moved on to some gal or whatever. She was like, when you say gal like that, that's usually a man. So he was like, look here, bitch. Like, let me tell you, this chocolate guy came out of there. He was just swinging. And then it was just like they had some back breaking, downright bed breaking, shaking, earthquaking, house shaking, sick. Like, he you know how Maurice do. He broke it down. She was like, what? So he bisexual? So why he just ain't tell me that or whatever like that? So then, you know, she like, okay, we'll go to work. I'm going to go out here. She mad or whatever. So then she calls Calvin up, leaves him a voicemail talking about some, I would have respected if you would have told me that you was gay. I would have respected if you told me you was bi. I would have respected if you told me you was whatever. But you didn't even say all of that. Lose my number. You are the smallest, weakest human I've ever met. Maurice told me about it. I said, Lord, you done threw Maurice right underneath the bus. She was like, and don't call me. So, child, she leave that message. We see Danny. She calls Karen up, tells Karen, like, Zac was in jail. He says he didn't do the credit card fraud. Karen like, well, won't he sit in jail until he pay me my money? She was like, oh no, girl, he out. She was like, well, how he get out of jail? I don't know. Maybe his new boo bailed him out. She was like, well, maybe his new boo can pay me my money or whatever like that. So she keeps saying like the bank said that he signed the receipts or whatever like that. But even Danny was like, well, did you see said receipts or whatever? And she was like, no, but why? Who else would do it or whatever? So she's still trying to figure that out. Wasn't Bree supposed to be helping her find out who used the credit cards and stuff? But Bree's so worried about Calvin and stupid Jacoby, she ain't focused on the right shit. But anyway, we see Maurice. He actually doing some work. Calvin pops up at the bank. I said, what is with these people popping up at people work? Like, you know they could get fired, but whatever. He want to talk to Bree. Maurice like, look, Bree is on lunch or whatever. So, you know, he was like, well, I'll wait. So Maurice was like, because Calvin sat down. He was like, how you sitting down? Your ass ain't hurting. He was like, because what I heard last night, like, your room was lit. So he was like, what is you talking about, Maurice? I don't know what you talking about. He was like, so you just going to play dumb, act like you don't know what I'm talking about or whatever. He was like, I don't know what you talking about. And so he was like, your room was lit or whatever. So he was like, my room? So he popped up and was like, Maurice, please don't tell me you told Bree that it was a chocolate guy coming out of my room last night. So at this time, Bree walks in. So Bree like, yeah, he sure did tell me that it was somebody coming in your room or whatever like that. And he was like, so that's why you left that nasty message. And she was like, yeah, because you could have just told me the truth or whatever. And you could have just told me you was gay or whatever like that. And so Calvin was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done with you. I don't know what you're thinking, but, you know, just lose my number. And Bree was like, look, I know who I am. I know I'm the truth or whatever like that. And he was like, yeah, you want to be truthful all by your damn self. And she was like, look, I can get any dude I want to get. So please don't be mistaken. You is not the only guy out here, okay? And so he was like, oh, okay, whatever. But then be with other guys or whatever like that. And don't ever call me again. She was like, oh, okay, bet. Calvin, block, deleted. So I guess he thought she wasn't going to do shit. She was like, oh, I'm going to call you bluff. So she was like, enjoy your new girlfriend or whatever, beard. And so he left out or whatever like that. And Bree like, what the, he gonna come up here getting an attitude with me and he out here doing whole shit? Like, like, do boy bye. So then we see Andi, child. Andi in her car. She calls Gary. He like, hey, what's going on? How you doing or whatever? How you feeling? Not so good, Gary. Not so good. Well, what's going on? Why you not feeling good or nothing? And she was like, you know, I put the ring on. You put the ring on? So then he all, yeah, she put the ring on. We gonna get married. She was like, no. I need to get this off, though. I need to get it off. You didn't tell me it was a different kind of ring, Gary. You didn't tell me it was a different kind of ring. Oh, yeah, you know, I'm sorry or whatever. Like, I need to take this off. I can't be walking around the office like this or whatever like that. All right. Like, do you have a key? Yeah, it's the man's ring or whatever. Well, can you send it to me? Send it to you. Like, why can't I just meet you or nothing like that? I just can't meet you. No, like, Gary, you know we can't be seen together. You know this is forbidden or anything like that. You know, like, I'm grown, you're grown, but, you know, we can't be together or nothing like that because you're crazy, then my friends will think I'm crazy, and then everybody think it'll be crazy. We just can't be together, nothing like that. And he was like, and she was like, you know what? And I'm on my way to work. Oh, so, you know, I can't, you know, you can't come up in that building like that. You just know you can't. So can you like send it through Messenger or something like that? All right. So how about I just pull up front and, you know, you have Fatima come down to get it. All right, good. So you thinking about marrying me and stuff? Like, Gary, I was thinking about it, okay? I was thinking about it. But I just need this ring off. Can we just get this ring off first? Can we get this off? All right. I'm on my way. Well, how long? I wish I could see you. How long, Gary? How long? About 30 minutes. No later than 30. I'll be there in 30. Okay, all right. I'll talk to you later. Child, she get to the job. Jasmine and two friends Talk about, here go Jasmine. That's the bitch right there. Let's kick her ass. Let's kick her. I said, Jasmine, you ain't even about that life. Like, girl, stop. So she like, I'm going to kick your ass today. And that's how it ended, child. I said, what? Why is Jasmine back? Why is she back? Like, did she want to get divorced from this man? Like, maybe because she ain't got no money. He took all the money from her. But he should have left some money because they got kids together, so she should be getting like a healthy child support because he a millionaire or whatever like that. So, I don't know, y'all. But I ain't really studying about Andi and Gary because they're going to be together if they're going to be together. The real question is, who was in Calvin's room? Okay, who was Chocolate Man busting out? Who was he? Who was in the room? Okay, who was in the room? Who do y'all think was in the room? Because if it wasn't Calvin, then who? And then why would Calvin, when you just moved in with Maurice, have somebody else use your room? Because he was acting real stupid, like he ain't know who was in his, well, it seemed like he knew who was in his room, but why would you let somebody borrow your room? Like, what in the world, child? And then if it wasn't him in the room, why he just ain't tell Bree, like, yo, that wasn't even me in the room. I let X, Y, and Z use my room. Like, why not just say that? Like, why is all these circles? Even if the Calvin gonna be gay, bisexual, trisexual, asexual, if he gonna be something sexual, or we just gonna end this storyline? Because I'm tired of Calvin. I'm tired of Calvin and Bree. Bree need to not be with Jacoby. She need to be with somebody else or be by herself, okay? Because, child, I'm tired of her and Calvin, and I'm definitely tired of Jacoby. He too thirsty. He too immature. He just, ooh, child. No. Like, can we wrap Calvin and Bree up? Can we wrap it up? But then again, this Tyler Perry, this might go on from season 1200. So anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode down there in them comments. If y'all ended up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button along with the share button. And please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell as well. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.